The Skoda factory from Pilzen was a source of many great weapons from before and at the time of the Great War. We looked at many of them already on this channel. In today's video we will look at again a Skoda made artillery which was used by the Austro-Hungarian Empire. The 35 cm or 350 mm Marinekanone L45 M16 was a super heavy siege gun with an extremely long range. However, originally it was not built to be an artillery or land, but it was developed and built for be the main armament of the Ersatz Monarch class battleships. When the war broke out, the ships were cancelled. However, Skoda was already deep into development of these guns, hence they carried on with them. The Ministry of War ordered 11 of these guns to be adopted to be used over land instead of being a naval gun. However, only 4 being built. Skoda at this time already had artillery pieces in this caliber range, however those were howitzers, while this did not technically classify as one. The first of these guns were ready in May of 1915, however the testing was delayed for almost a year and only happened in April of 1916. Once the testing concluded with success, it was shipped off to the Italian front. As these guns had an extremely long range, just over 31 km, and with the shell weight of 700 kg, it was decided to be used against the Italian fortifications and installations deep behind the front line. The first gun was set up at the train yard of
Calceranica al Lago,
close to the shore of the Caldonazzo Lake. The Austro-Hungarian troops named it as Lange Georg, which means Long George. The first operational task of this gun was to support the strafe expedition by targeting the Italian command center in Asiago, which was 34 km away. The Italians set up their command post there as they believed that the monarchy doesn't have anything to reach that far behind the lines. When the gun was operated, they had to place an army liaison officer to the town nearby to activate a siren when the gun was operational, so the people could open all the windows, preventing them to be blasted by the shockwave. Lange Georg fired 122 shots, then it was returned to Skoda on 30th of May 1916 for refurbishment. The second gun was sent to the Romanian front to support the Austro-Hungarian and German troops crossing the Danube in November of 1916. However, only few shots were fired and the gun was withdrawn from the front line. The third gun was completed and tested in May of 1917, and the fourth one was completed just before the end of the war. The other 7 guns were in various level of completion, but they were not ready until the end of the war, so they never actually left the factory. Gun number 2 was deployed on the Italian front in August of 1917 at Santa Croce, which is north from Trieste, and was ready to fire on the 23rd of September. Its main targets were the Italian coastal batteries between Grado and Isonzo by shooting them over the Gulf of Trieste. The development of these guns were rushed from the perspective that it was built to be a naval gun, then later converted to be a towed artillery. A proper purpose-built mount for the gun couldn't be devised on time, and its carriage was mounted on a steel platform lined with wood. Due to this, it had to be traversed with winches. Other than that, a 100-ton crane was required for assembly, which also had to be transported together with the gun. Post-war plans were to mount them on rail carriages, but these never happened after the breakup of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. When the war was over, 1 gun was transferred to Italy, 1 to France, and 1 to the newly formed Yugoslavian kingdom. The French and the Italians opted to scrap these guns, while Yugoslavia decided to integrate this gun into the army and kept them in the interwar period. If it was used during World War II, it's not known. Also, its fate if it was scrapped by them or by the occupying Central Forces. As of today, none of these guns exist or left anywhere. But that was it for this video. Thank you for joining me again, and if you already watched the video this far, you could subscribe to our channel, maybe like my video, and see you in the next one. Bye!